All right, I think I just figured it out. I had a wrong setting. So welcome to, if anybody's there, welcome to the streaming version of Will's Practical Yoga. My first time on Facebook, so let's just have fun with this and figure it out, all the technical buttons and glitches. If you can see this, if you could send me a note, I think I can uh, figure it out. Let's see. So I'm very excited to share what I'm about to share with you. So as we figure out just a few seconds of this technical stuff. Yeah, there we go. Oh, so much stuff. So, and yeah, so we're live. Very good. Okay, so welcome to the tutorial for meditation on a calm heart. I'm hoping you can see this, and I'm hoping a few people are tuned in. Let me ask, is it on? Isn't this fun? It's like everybody gets to be on camera and figuring it out in like a week. Let's see. So, oh yeah, I'm watching it. All right, great. So, all right, now I've got a few things I'd like to talk to you about. Let's just assume everything's working and it's fabulous. We'll figure this out in 2 weeks. It'll be like easy and old hat. But my name is Will, and in case anybody's tuning in this morning who has not met me, although is that possible with you being my friends already on Facebook? I'm a yogi. I've been doing yoga for about 30 years. I started in the early 90s, did not have a great experience with it. I liked it once and then hated it the next time, and I didn't know the difference. And in about 2000, I got certified. I fell in love with the yoga, a style of yoga that was really meaningful. And and fell in love and knew I had to teach this because the best way to learn how to do yoga is to become a teacher because you have to master it before you can actually present it. So it was an incentive for me to really get engaged and start teaching it because it's hard to teach. It looks really easy and yummy, and aspects of it really are. But if you're a good teacher and you're a consistent teacher, it's a lot of work. Today, I wanted to share with you a really valuable tool. Look, we're all flipping out. We're all locked in our homes. The world has just changed dramatically. Yoga predicted this. It's been predicting this for a long time. And in the 60s, we began the evolution into the Aquarian age, according to the yogis. Now, I'm not a master of this astrological business, but what I've learned over the years is that this is a time of transition from a more patriarchal society to a more matriarchal. So the divine feminine is coming back online. We need it desperately, as you can tell, as people running this country are lost in their masculine rage. And so I really feel that as bad as things are right today, they will not stay bad. That's the older you get, the more you realize that nothing stays the same, whether you like it or not. So yoga is an important player in the unfoldment of the new realities that will be playing out. We do have a choice now. We're home, breathing, taking time to, you know, reflect really. We've been sent to our rooms to think about what we've done. Some of us have done very good work and we can sit back and say, I need to do more of that. And some of us have been on a path that has been taking us into a misery. And most of society is set up in a way that causes us suffering. It's set up for economic gain to the cost of our human soul. And so I look for people who are, I look for employers, I look for people in the workplace who know how to tend to the human spirit. And speaking of that, today's topic is a simple meditation that you can do anytime really, but ideally it's done at the end of, it's done at the end of like a good workout where you've just completely gotten into the zone, you're exhausted and happy, and then you sit down and meditate. Yoga, the entire purpose of the physical yoga that we experience is to get us into that meditative mind so we can go deeper into our spiritual practice and our personal inner practice. So today's practice, let me see if I can go over some of my points that I don't want to miss out on. As I start all my classes, I'll always remind students that I remind myself at the beginning of every class what yoga actually is, because it looks just like a fitness program. And in fact, it has fitness elements, very important fitness elements. I am super stoked that I'm as old as I am and I feel as good as I do. But that's not why I do yoga specifically. It's a byproduct and it's important. But the real reason is that it's a mindfulness practice designed to bring us back into our personal power each and every day we sit down to practice it. Now, this is really important. And I usually say that this reminds me of the metaphor of the rose. A good yoga class without any mindfulness or whatever, a 45-minute gym class is fine. It used to drive me crazy, and I'd say that's not really yoga. In fact, it is a form of yoga. But the true yoga, the mindfulness practice, the teachers who are able to artfully bring us back into ourselves and where we have an awakening and we're super stoked about feeling alive and filled with creativity, that's the yoga. And the rose metaphor, if we got a dozen roses on Valentine's Day without a scent, we would not kick them back, would we? We say, these are beautiful, they're lovely, and we put them in a vase and we really appreciate them. But until we've walked into a room that's filled with the fragrance of roses from our garden or from a neighbor's garden, and really that room is transformed almost into, it's like an aromatherapy of heaven. You walk into the room and it smells so heavenly, and you see this gorgeous bouquet of the most colorful flowers on the planet. They're just incredible. And there's a reason why roses have been written about for centuries, because they are not only physically beautiful, but they have an essence about them that transforms us. And so this is also true of the yoga practice. You can go to a basic yoga class without any mindfulness and it's just fine. But until you've gone to the full yoga, you've never really experienced yoga. Like you've never really experienced a rose until you've had the fragrance transform you. The fragrance of yoga is powerful. It takes us back to our personal power, whether the world is heaven on earth or hell on earth. And we're tending to love the hell on earth lately. I don't know why, but yogis are always asking us to come back to ourselves, to our true selves. So today we're going to focus on a simple technique that you can add into your everyday lives so that you can have a little moment of peace and personal power. It's called the meditation for a calm heart. And this meditation, and my first lineage of yoga that I studied was the white tantric lineage, the lineage of Kundalini yoga and meditation as taught by Yogi Bhajan. Now, this is important because Kundalini yoga is so powerful that it needs to be contained in safe workouts, because you can really overdo your nervous system if you do it incorrectly. So the simple truth is you just go to teachers who are masters at teaching and follow their little recipes. And at the end of a good Kundalini yoga class, you feel incredible. You've been doing your breath, you've been doing your mindfulness, and you've been doing your physical workout. So today we'll add this meditation, an active meditation, to our repertoire so that we can navigate each and every day as we ride this powerful roller coaster called COVID-19. So we are making history, and I pray that all of us make history by coming back to our senses and creating a world filled with love where we take care of one another and really tend to ourselves, which naturally allows us to tend to others, our neighbors, our friends, our families, and our loved ones. So let's see, let me go over my little notes, make sure. So what we're going to do today is the meditation for a calm heart. This is a simple meditation that involves breath and mindfulness and a physical posture. So it's a kriya, meaning that we put more than one thing together. We're not just sitting and breathing, or we're not just chanting, we're not just exercising. We're actually putting it all together for a specific purpose. And this purpose is to bring us back to a calm and steady heart. Whether the world is at war, the world's facing disease, whether you're facing financial problems, whatever you're facing, turning back into the center of your power is really what the yogis say, the only answer to figure it all out, to really turn back into our true power and listen for the wisdom that we were born into to guide us in each and every day. Now, to do this, let's get started. I recommend that you tune in before you do any meditation. Now, I can imagine if you're at the gym or in public and you don't want to do a big om, that's fine. You can do it softly, just connecting. The purpose of tuning in with an om, or in Kundalini tradition, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the infinite and I bow to the divine within myself. And so we're connecting ourselves with the entire flow. You can do that quietly in the corner of a gym and just feel your breath, feel gratitude, and feel your connection to source. That's the most important. Sound is a wonderful thing to add because there's a whole psychology and study to it. It wakes up the higher energies of the body, the brain and the glands and the nervous system up here. So sound can be really helpful to us. So I would tune in with Om, which we'll do, or Om Namo Guru Dev Namo, which we could do this morning as well, because this is a tantric, white tantra meditation. So to do this meditation, ideally after a good workout, but really anytime, maybe first thing in the morning or at the end of the day, to kind of just let things go and really trust the universe. Let's see, we got some people on here. Oh, good. I'm so glad lots of people are joining. Great to see you guys. Thanks for sending notes. Very fun. Yay. Super excited. This is fun. Now, the physical of this, you'll sit comfortably in easy sitting pose, and you can sit in a chair to do this. So if you're not physically adept and sitting comfortably cross-legged, just sit in a chair with your feet solid on the ground. You're going to take your left hand and put it right at the center of your chest or over the heart chakra, right? And your right hand is going to come up in like you're taking an oath, but you're going to take your hands into the OK sign. This OK sign is when you take the thumb and forefinger and pinch them together gently. This is called Gyan Mudra. It's an ancient hand posture. And just as a side note, each fingertip is like an acupressure point. And so when we access those, they tend to activate those elements in the mind. This index finger is for wisdom. So we're activating the power of wisdom and calling it forward into our lives so we can make decisions that are really good for us throughout the day. So you've got your left hand on your heart. You've got your right hand like you're taking an oath in Gyan Mudra. And you pull the wrist back just a bit. So a tall spine, chin is down. That's the physical posture. The energetics of this. When you bring your hand to your chest, I want you to really give yourself like you're a parent touching a child who's been really kind of upset and they just need to be touched, like everything's going to be okay, right? I want you to connect to that innermost part of you, that part that's eternal, the part that can get through anything, and just connect to that innermost part, like you're giving yourself a bit of a hug. The right hand is like you're taking an oath. You're literally saying, I will care for myself and tend to myself as best I can throughout my day. This is a beautiful act to do each and every day. Now, with this, you have the opportunity to do this meditation after a workout or occasionally whenever you feel the need. I'm going to invite you to consider doing it every day for 3 minutes at least for 40 days to begin to change the patterning of your brain. This will bring you into a continuum of a relationship to yourself that allows you to keep coming back to the part of you that supports yourself in choosing the highest thought rather than the lowest thought. So now let's get started. So we know the left hand is on the heart, the right hand is up in Gyan Mudra, wrist is pulled back. The breath on this is very simple. So this is a simple breathing meditation that does require our mind counting. So it's like a mantra. We're going to inhale slowly for a count of 4. We're going to hold the breath for a count of 4. We're going to then exhale for a count of 4. And then we're going to hold the breath out for a count of 4. Now, why 4? 4 is a simple number. You can do it as slowly as you like or as long as you like, and it's a nice rhythm. The ideal on this, the ultimate, is that you're holding each segment for up to a minute. Now, that's kind of crazy for most of us, right? There's no way I can't do it. I know that exhale is the hardest one, right? So the goal is to make sure that you're not grasping for the air or gasping. You don't want to get that feeling like, I'm not enjoying this. You just hold it for long enough and keep each segment of the 4, 4, 4, 4 equal to one another. So don't have the exhale be only 2 of the counts and then the inhale is a long inhale. Try to keep everything equal, 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 right? Does that make sense? All right, good. So now we know that the posture is the left hand on the chest, the right hand in Gyan Mudra. The chin is down and you move your head back just to open up the back of the neck. Eyes are closed and you can look up at the third eye. There's a whole psychology and science behind that, but just looking up toward the center of the forehead will activate the ocular nerve and begin to bring energy to an important area of the brain by the glands. The pineal pituitary glands are all activated by the eyes and sound. So we're going to just kind of engage those. So the eyes are closed, looking up, and this is the posture. What we're going to do is I'll start I'll actually give an oral. I'll guide you through the first round, and then we're just going to go off in silence on our own. And we'll do that for about 3 minutes. I don't really have a timer because I'm using my phone for different things. But if you're ready to start, let us begin. So let's get comfortable. If you're not already, get comfortable. Just kind of notice the world around you. Feel the earth underneath you. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Great. So good to see all you guys here. Rachel, Colleen, Kim, Gloria. There's so many people coming through. Mark, hello. Andrea, Bob, hello. So good to see you guys. This is very fun. All right, so let's just find our center as we allow the top of our head to kind of float up as if there's an invisible string and it's pulling upward. You're realigning the spine, readjusting the skeletal body. And as you do that, soften all the muscles of your body. Allow the shoulders to relax down, the arms to hang heavily, and the face to soften. And just breathing a couple of deep breaths and using the breath to help you center into this moment, this powerful moment that we're about to experience. Feel the earth underneath you. And notice the air on your skin. Are you inside or outside at this moment? What's the temperature of the air on your skin? Become aware of the sounds around you. And notice the light through your eyelids as the sun makes its way across the sky for the day. Good. All right. And let us bring our hands together and rub. I think for today's purposes, since many of you are past students, we're just going to do the Om Namo Guru Dev Namo tune-in. Om, O-N-G, the primal creative sound of the universe. Namo means I bow or acknowledge. So we're acknowledging source energy, that which has created us all. We'll never understand it. Stories have been written and religions have been founded to try to describe it. We'll never figure it out. But we can acknowledge it and really acknowledge the unknown. And Guru Dev Namo. Guru is the remover of darkness. That's why we go to a guru. We want the darkness removed and our light returned. And that's really found within the great guru. And the Dev means divine and inner. So we're acknowledging the inner guru. And Namo means I bow. So we're literally bowing to the same wisdom that is source itself, that light energy, that wisdom. And we'll do this 3 times. If you come to class, you know how to do this. And if not, just listen in and follow along and see if you can really use your voice to help awaken your wisdom. So let's bring our thumbs into the sternum. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Another deep and powerful inhale through the nose. And exhale. And let's inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Take a deep inhale, hold the breath up. Sip in as much air as you can into the lungs, then hold the breath up and squeeze up at the root lock or the pelvic floor muscles. Bring your chin down, let the energy rise up, and consciously call your wisdom forward. And exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, let your hands come down into your lap. And before you open your eyes, just notice. Notice whether you've been able to make any shift in your nervous system by using your breath, the sound of your own voice, and the intention of your mind and heart. And as you're ready, slowly opening your eyes. Great, welcome to class, you guys. So today we're going to do the meditation for a calm heart. We've had the tutorial. If you missed the tutorial, please just follow along as best you can. We're going to take our left hand onto the center of our chest. And as we do that, our commitment through this 3-minute meditation is to connect deeply to our innermost self, that part of us that is eternal. Power off. That part of us that is eternal. And then we're going to take our right hand up like we're taking an oath. We're going to take our hands into Gyan Mudra, the OK sign. The Gyan Mudra is the hand posture for wisdom. And we're going to pull the wrist back, lift the chest just a bit. The chin comes down, soft pellet moves back. So we're in a gentle neck lock. Close down your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. And let us begin. We're going to do the 4-4 breath. So we're going to inhale to 4 count, hold the breath for 4 count, exhale for a 4 count, and hold the breath out for a 4 count. I'll do the first one with us, and then we'll just do them all together for about 3 minutes in silence, and then we'll wrap up at the end. And let us begin. Eyes are closed, looking up to the third eye if you can. And let us begin. Inhaling up for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Now going on your own, at your own pace, just breathing comfortably and steadily. Now, as you're breathing, feel the muscles of your body soften down. Feel the impact this breath is having on your nervous system, on your physical body, and on your mind. In these final few moments, really feeling the powerful connection to your innermost self as your left hand is connecting deeply to your heart chakra, to the energy of the compassionate part of you, the part that's both animal and spirit. Just a few more seconds. All right, now wherever you are, I want you to exhale all the way out. Inhale all the way up. Take the biggest breath you know how to take. And hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Let your hands come down into your lap. And just spend a moment noticing. This is the most sweet time after a meditation. So really feeling the impact you've had on your nervous system, on your bones and muscles, on your mind and emotions. And if you haven't already, opening your eyes, I want to say thank you so much for being part of Will's Practical Yoga's first foray into live video. I hope it worked. I hope you could hear me, and I'm sure in time I'll figure out how to do music or whatever, and look forward to possibly Zoom classes. I think with all this free time, I probably could start it up, and I'll start posting on the web. I think you can take the Zoom class live or take it later. I'm not sure. I'll figure it all out, but I'd like you guys to be doing lots of good yoga. Remember, we're all in this together. We can get through this if we keep our cool and turn to help our neighbor. So fingers crossed we've done enough work to get there. I love you all. I'm so grateful you were a part of this, and I miss each and every one of you. Aloha. And now I have to figure out how to turn this off. Oh, there's the button. If you're going to be able to choose. All right, great.